big splash, baby, you can see it. Hey, strong. I'm on the way. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Alright, away. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Strong with pocket full on repeat. Gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. Battery we can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go. Taking me to 10 pounds. P.O. said slow down, so I come a wave and I skip town. 16 was on from the age that's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said you wide no 10 times. I need like a man, even if your eyes don't dare to me. Touchdown like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a problem. Don't be worried about what's wrong, dude. Do you and I'ma do I. So the boy got a big job with a clip coat and some fall back. The girlfriend even took a beat, I was fresh meat, no clip fire. Hit me with and Beyonce, put a ring on it at a lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee and I'm shoot 3. Put sweat in it 2 degrees. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a bell tip. Open up, let me splash it. Around the world. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried that.
What's going on? It's an error. It's saying an error.
You're live.
But it's saying an error.
You're live. Check your other platform.
Hold on. Let me get there. Hello.
Let's get it together. Get it together. We're live.
Is this on YouTube or Facebook?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see. Something ain't right. Yeah, I think it's live on. Still, I ain't jabbing right.
Not jabbing.
Somebody say something. Somebody say something because I'm sitting there. I don't see it.
I know YouTube is working.
Yeah, Facebook, the one that's showing a little thing on it. Facebook not working.
Oh, it's not.
Well, let me see something. Do that. Do that. Okay, come on, baby. Come on now. Remove Facebook from this. Schedule for last. Remember, hold on. I don't know. No, I don't know what's going on. Let me stop out here. I don't know. Because I don't know. Facebook ain't live. Let me see it. What's the name? Let's say YouTube is working though. Yeah. YouTube is working, but Facebook is not live. Strange. I guess we had to do it like that. Hmm.
Yeah, that one.
Hmm.
Um,
Well,
you only shared it with a small group of people.
what?
You only shared it with a small group of people.
Uh-uh.
Well, I see the post 42 minutes ago saying that. So it says public, but it says you only shared it with a small group. I'm just saying what it's saying. So I don't know what's going on with your Facebook. I hope you're not gone to jail.
You said what?
I hope you're not gone to jail.
I ain't did nothing to go to jail.
If they want to go, no.
Let's see this. Let's see something. Ain't no way I ain't go to jail. Not this time. Let me see.
You've been good. You didn't go to jail.
I ain't been gone. I ain't done nothing. Let me see. Hmm. Hmm. This is something different. Let me see. See if I can figure something out. Hmm. Something got wonder what's wrong with this. Let's see. Let me see what's going on with this. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Something like that. No, no, no. Stupid. No, something ain't going. Something ain't right. Hmm. Something is not right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hmm. Some. Hmm. Hmm. What the hell going
You good?
on? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hmm. Something ain't right. Something. Hmm. 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 Let me see. It ain't live. Don't look like it. Still live on the other thing, but it's not live here. Hmm. I don't know what to say. Something is going on. Let's see what the hell going on. Hmm. I don't know because everything else. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't. I don't know. There's no comments or nothing going on right now. Let me see if I can post something. See. Mm, well, what to say? Something, just something, right? Well, I guess we're gonna have to. Everything else going good. It's just Facebook. I don't know. You think I'm nah.
Mm, don't know. I don't know if you've been doing anything bad. So
I ain't did nothing bad. I don't know what the
okay, so you've been good. Okay, we're good. We good then.
heck. I don't know what to say. Uh, uh, uh. What's going on with this thing? I don't know. Hmm. Don't know. Hmm. What's going on here? I ain't gonna miss nothing. I ain't gonna make it worse though. I guess we're gonna have to freelance that thing because it ain't going. It ain't doing it on. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what the hell going on. Man, I guess we'll start the show. Goodness, God damn gracious. Woof. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Okay, then. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Well, it look like the only way people can watch us tonight is on YouTube
Oh wow.
and Mr. Know-It-All page. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Lord. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I can say. Is you ready? Tell me, is you ready? Goodness gracious. So they actually, if anybody watching that, have to click on the YouTube link. Watch this thing. Let's see. How they say? I'm just gonna share it a different way a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do your thing. You gotta know how to do it.
I say, hey, welcome. This is Hood Talk. This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All. We finna get this show started. Let them know the topic, Miss Bella. We here with the lovely Miss Bella is finna get us started while I'm fiddle faddling around and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna let you fiddle faddle and get that thing together. You know, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube and Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. Those are two platforms you can watch it on. YouTube, Marcus Honeysucker, or Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. And if you want to send him some love, the information is there and scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But one other thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing, it's just free. Just do it and help promote Marcus Honeysucker and Mr. Know-It-All. We will greatly appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the subject tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are.
Okay, what we want to talk about. So why do people have less friends and more associates later in life?
Mm. Um, I think when it comes to that, I think life is just it hits different than your early years than later on in your years. I think when early you're trying to figure out who your friends, you think you have so many friends, and I think as you get older, you start realizing we're gonna get into all that. What people are around for, are his real friends around, and all that old type of stuff. So we're gonna get into that, and that's gonna be kind of a different type of subject type thing on that. So we're gonna get into all that. Why? How they say why?
Mm-hmm.
And do we think sometimes we have so many friends and we really don't?
Right.
So
You just have people you associate with. And you used to
I
think
think,
they were your friends until you understood what friendship
I
really
think
was.
yeah, I think we have friends, but sometimes I found out later on in life that some people that you thought was your enemy end up being your friend.
Well, the thing is, you grow from what you deal with in life, and the people that you associate yourself with, you place them where they are. And then a lot of times we learn from life experiences where we are as people. So when you get to where you are as a person, then you realize those people that you need in your circle. So that comes with growth. We all grow up. We're blessed. You still among the land of the living. So
Yeah,
when you do these type of things, you have these different changes that take place in your life.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. So we gonna get into this thing kind of hard. We're gonna get into it hard because a lot of my stuff coming at the end. So we're gonna get into that good stuff. Come on with it.
So we start careers, get married, and have children. So a lot of times you have children, you have a spouse or a significant other, and you have your career goals. So it make you move a little different from some of the things you probably did to come into adulthood. So a lot of times you're younger. So when you're younger, you kind of splurge and do things that you feel like is fun, but your priorities change when your lifestyle change. And it changed because of decisions you make, like your work, what you're doing now, or you have a spouse or significant other. Then you start having children. So you have to move a little different, because you have that extra person other than just yourself.
Yeah.
So it's not just moving for you, it's just moving for you and your family.
Well, you know what? Just saying that it makes me think. Okay, sometimes you lose friends just because y'all going in separate directions. Uh, some friends want to stay young and man. Some friends don't care about, money, careers, and all that. And I think when we break that down, it's still gonna be like a birds of a feather flock together type of deal. Because it's kind of like you growing up. Some people don't want to grow up. Some people, after they do enough to pay their bills or whatever, they go out and they just want to
Good.
with everybody that they've been mingled with. It's kind of like that Cheers kind of thing. Like, I want to go where everybody knows my name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have little party houses and different little places that people get together and this and that. But I think I think once you start getting older, it separates goals, your goals in life.
But
Uh,
I
I
don't even think age have a lot to do with it. I
no,
think
no,
people
no.
that take responsibility.
Well, I think people have goals intended for themselves even when they're young. Like, you know, you got to think about it. When you go and you ask a little child what you want to be when they grow up, and I found that out. Like, sometimes you can ask a child what they want to be when they grow up, and you start realizing that they really don't know, don't really know what they want to be. And sometimes that can be kind of like different in a way. You know what I'm saying? For somebody not to even know what they want to be when they grow up, you know,
Mhm.
like that means they are not even getting like I think the parents are not pushing them to grow up. I think sometimes people scared and they feel like if they push their children to grow up, then sometimes some people put all into their kids and they don't realize your kids supposed to grow up, make them a family, and move on. and develop their life and their livelihood and move how they want to move. And I think sometimes we can be selfish sometimes, and we start trying to plan out the child's life, and we're not realizing as soon as that child graduate 18 or whatever, that child got a different way in his mind than what you see. You over him now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize when you over a child and you over them right now, they might not tell you what's really going on because they know you don't want to hear it. Some children are very smart. They know they are being manipulated into being what you call it, a son husband or no, somebody who that sometimes the mama get in their head that they want to keep the child, like, you know how people keep looking at the child like they're a little old baby. Oh, I remember when you were right here. And they still Joe could be 18 years old. They wish they could goddamn rock them in their arms. And they don't want them to grow up. You know how I be saying that on the show all the time. I don't want to grow up.
Toys R Us kid.
But it's coming out now that a lot of parents don't want their children to grow up. And that's why they not really teaching them nothing. They keeping them behind the 8 ball. They don't want them to get in society. I tell people all the time, you can't hide your child from the world.
You can't.
Because eventually your child gonna have to go out there and make a living. You know what I'm saying?
They can't face life for themselves.
And you don't want, and one thing you don't want your child to go out there in the world at 18 and 20 and don't know nothing about giving life with other people and all that. And we realized that by seeing how much people crashing out and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And Joker had a first girlfriend. Next thing you know, she chopped up in the trunk. I mean, no, I'm just telling you. Because sometimes these people is in an imaginary world all their life.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. People don't understand if you raise a child and you're not raising him to come back the world, get ready for what's out there. You know what I'm saying? And what makes it so bad is so bad because a lot of us will raise a girl. And we have girl child, we'll raise the girl, go out there and do this, oh, get it, this and that. And I was sad to hear the other day, I was sitting around talking to the boys and stuff, and we was sitting up there talking, we got to talking about like jail, like, and they was wondering why, men like, love to go back and forth to jail. And you know what a couple of dudes came up with, and I heard it to a separate set of dudes today. That dude said, a lot of these dudes is doing this because they want to go back to jail to be around their boyfriend. Or I promise, they said any dude that want to be in and out of jail, trying to get put in jail all the time, is trying to be in there with it because obviously you ain't trying to be outside. When people always talk about I'm outside, a lot of dudes want to be inside or under the cover. And I'm starting to believe women when, what it is I'm starting to believe that a lot of women are raising very dysfunctional children, as in the point as I'm walking around and I'm seeing grown men, walk around the store together, making their groceries and doing all kind of stuff, and you looking and like, ooh, this ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? This ain't normal. This ain't we always talking about being family orientated and all that old type of stuff. And how can you make a family? How can two dudes make a family? All you really is dying out. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand sometimes women after they have children, they want to, test the waters. And I think a lot of that is I think women tend to bond with women sometimes and they kind of want them to kind of pay the bills. Women kind of look at, oh, if a nigga ain't paying the bills, this and that. And if a woman come to you and she start coming to a woman and start talking to her about paying her bills, it sounds good. And it actually sounds better from a woman listening to it from another woman, because if the person don't pay the bills, she probably can beat that person up and put them out or whatever. So it just gives me different vibes on why people are doing certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I really, I walked up into Walmart today on 18, and I was real sad looking around and how many. I remember, like, back in the day, you go in a store, you see a man, woman, couple, couple. I put it away. Only place I really see this stuff is, and I'm gonna just tell the truth, is in the hood. I think we done culturally have started living kind of like the opposite of the world. The opposite, I think we getting to a point that we trying to live opposite of what we was taught. Everything we was taught, I think we are kind of like the people that's going against the grain and trying to do something totally different than what we was taught.
Rebelling.
Yeah. I think the world is rebelling against the world. And that's why I think when we get into these politics or we get into certain things, and a man like me, I'm looking at it and it sounds like common sense. Like all these years that men only played against men and women only played against women. And for all these, I hate to say it, Democrats, liberals start saying, what about the people that, it's like I don't want it to be how the world always been. I want everybody that's the odd people who fucked up in the head. I want y'all to have the biggest say so. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually when you see people weird and they had 18 different hair colors and all, they be like, they want attention. They gonna do something. They like listen to Bon Jovi, rock and roll, Snom Powder, whatever. You used to think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you see people, they be like, yes, and they're wrong, and you like, so you think men should be able to play against women in sports? Now, where have you ever seen a woman jump from the free throw line and slam in a basketball goal? We watching high school boys jumping from the free throw line, slamming in the goal. We ain't never seen a woman do this, but we sit up here saying we on equal footing, and we know this a lie. I mean, the height, the how well you can shoot, and all this, like, how women wear down quicker. I mean,
What you mean wear down?
I'm saying reason. Think about this here. If women want to say they want to get paid the same money as LeBron James or this and that, I bet you they ain't never wanted to have a what you call one of them games, one of them
101.
the practice games. Like, all-star, like the NBA all-stars against the women all-stars. How do
Mm-hmm.
you think that would go?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It
Like
wouldn't go
imagine
well.
Shaq playing and which woman gonna stop him from slamming or Akabadipo or whoever, LeBron James coming through that thing. Who gonna stop these dudes from slamming and scoring? And the average NBA playing woman is 6 foot. I looked at the stats the other day, it's 6 foot. The average dude in the NBA is like 6'L". The women's center is point guards in the NBA now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
all these centers is like at least 7 or 11 or better. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So even Brittany Renner, the one that went over there in Russia and everything and came
Yeah.
back, and she was just 6'9". And she like the tallest thing cooking over there. LeBron is 6'9". You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and you didn't seen LeBron walk around the NBA and looking up to people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I mean, I just think we just going down a lot of things, and just not to get too far off the subject. I think we in a world now that everybody wants stuff their way. We're not looking at like majority and majority people want this, majority people we looking like, oh, what about the little man? What about the man that don't want this?
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we are so far to the left. It's crazy. Like I don't even understand like what's going on. When I watch some of my partners get, mad over politics, I'm like, I remember just about 10 years ago, I don't even remember men in the street even talking about politics.
Mm-hmm.
Men were so worried about getting their bread and all this old kind of stuff that men didn't have time for politics. And I think a lot of women got men interested in politics, and a lot of men that's getting interested in it, they just like they really don't care, but they'll be like, oh well, y'all women take it over. Like, and it's like sometimes I have to look at it and say, what kind of men are we building out here? And I can understand why, when I was just walking around Walmart and looking at men, and I can understand why women don't want to follow me in no more. But when I go out in Madison and I go out in anywhere outside of Jackson, it's like people live like regular, like it's very different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you come over here and it's like going to a rock concert or something crazy every day. Like we're not living right. We're not living right. We're not thinking right. And up is down, down is up. If you tell a joker that you ain't smoking weed, they be like, what's wrong with you? You got some heart problems, you got some nigga. I thought it was cool to say no to drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I just been listening to people all day. I actually heard a woman talking today, and I just heard her talking about how she, love alcohol and getting a beer, on break I mean, I like it's hot as hell out here, and it just the world have changed so much. It's like you look around and it seems like women are more like men, and men are more like nothing. I don't know what men are anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Mhm.
few men we have left, sometimes it feel docile. Like when you see a dog and you just say "Rah" to the dog, and the dog grab his leg between his tail and take off running and start barking.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
feel when I listen to some men now. Now you still have strong men out here, but it's like it's not the regular. When I grew up, like the regular thing was strong men, and you had a few weak ones. Now it's like a lot of weak ones and a few strong ones. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when I listen to how ladies talk to men and how men stand down on a lot of things, and I think this comes from not having a position of power no more. I think when men start being managers, start kind of laying off, don't really want. A lot of men want to make their money. What's name like? I started seeing men go start buying four wheels and just going to the country and getting the hell out of the city or whatever, whatever, because the city has lost its mind. Um, the city don't stand for nothing. Most people in the city don't care about nothing. They don't care about um only reason some of them care about politics because they thinking, oh, somebody gonna take us off food stamps. Oh, somebody finna make us work. Oh, somebody wow. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the only reason that you interested in politics is because you think somebody's finna take your easy go lucky life away from you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
And and I was listening to Cora Hokum today, and he had a crazy stance on like what's going on. He said women don't realize that they have already used women to destroy their men. Put you on top. No, women don't build. It's all about them. They get all their money. They keep it to themselves. Oh, they don't build a business. They're gonna hire three people. Now, most women don't pay three people under them. They got to go work under an actual thing. Because I done seen women that even I know that is managers or what's name, and all they think about is fern, and they might work more hours and get them a bigger check. They don't care. They'll work all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like women done got so much that I think they was fooled that a lot of women was making this big money. Uh,
Mhm.
a lot of women was actually thinking $100,000. Nigga can't make no $100,000. He can't fuck with me. I'm this and I'm that. And we look at it like this here. We bag it up and we say, okay, a lot of women get their money. And if you got a quarter million or better house and you got cars that's, almost $100,000, this and that. What would you actually have if you lost your job and gave it a couple years? You're gonna be just like Kobe and them, mom and daddy. If you don't make good investments, you buy a house too big for you to even take care of it when you get older. Because if you buy a house with all this property, this and that means you're gonna have to mow yards. You're gonna have to do this. You're gonna,
Yeah.
I mean,
Some
just the
work into it.
upkeep. You know what I'm saying? The taxes every year, the upkeep, don't kill you, and that's why people don't realize how most people went broke. People don't realize the average person back in the day used to want to get a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house. Now you got women that say, "Oh, I want at least 4." They want 4, 5, 6 bedrooms,
2 people.
and all your kids gonna leave in 2 more years.
Mm-hmm.
It don't make sense. You supposed to get something that you can maintain, especially if you got it by yourself. People got this ideological space in their head, like they want to live this great life, and I don't think they really did their research on what they really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you don't do your real research, you realize life is a little different than you thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get back on this subject. Let's rock on.
No, right, because you all in the river.
Not the real.
The river.
Not
So we're talking about the subject, like why do people have less friends and more associates later in life? So another thing we're saying, responsibilities become more of a priority. So you have different priorities, so it makes you move a little different on your friend zone.
Yeah. I can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Because people that got kids, now you got to pick them up from school. You got to go to all these crazy events. You got to take them here, take them there. By the time you get through with it, you're tired.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, responsibility. And I think that's what's hurting the world too. Because I was watching the lady, Kendra G, and she got a little dating service type thing going on. Like she helped women find men. And I was looking on there, and they had made a clip, and it was like women on there with 6, 7 kids, 5, 6 baby daddies. Some of them was 6 kids, 6 different baby daddies. I mean, it was just, and I'm like, it's not, to me, it's not a problem with you having the kids or none of that. It's the problem is you got kids that's young as 2 months and a year old, and you sitting up here talking about you looking for a dude to come in this mess. 6 kids by 6 different baby daddies, and you talking about you looking for love. Man, the economy ain't built for a man to come in and handle that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't built for it. And then they got some, oh, he need to be making 100,000. Don't you know only 2%, I think 10% of men in the world make $100,000. And then when you break it down, minorities is only 6%, something like that.
Oh, really?
And then when you break it down to black men, I think it's like 2%, 1%, 2% of black men. So, and then they break it down, and the women is in the same boat, and they like, you know, right under the men. And on the average uh what's name is men 42,000, and the average woman is like 36, 37.
36.
So I'm like, how do women feel like they make so much money over men and got all these degrees? And what's that saying that the degrees are not helping you outpace the men? Because we all know that even though women love their degrees, they love not working hard. They love being able to go to different places, go to these graduations, go to these all these what's name, and that means you got to leave work early or don't go into work.
What
And
does graduations have to do with this?
no, I'm talking about graduations, stuff that women might do or want to do. Why they? Because you got women that's different than men that'll say, "Oh, I don't give a damn what's going on. If my child graduating, I'm gonna be at the child. I don't care at the job and kiss my ass." You know what I'm saying? You got women like that that'll say, "I'm gonna be here over a joker making me work," and I done told them I wanted off 2 weeks before this, or any old thing. You know what I'm saying?
See, the child's graduation, okay, that's different. So think of something else. Because I'm thinking like if it's my child, even in men, if it's their child, they should be there. That's the momentum.
I know what you're
That's
saying,
a milestone in the child's
but
life. So why
but
not?
I think if some people, if they got certain jobs, they can't do certain things even if they want to. Like if you the mail lady or you the mailman, you can't just quit serving mail today just to go to a graduation.
Well, that would have to do with the employer. You
No,
know,
I
every
know.
job is not essential where you just can't take off. What if you sick?
No, but I know. No, I understand what you're saying, but you got to have proof that you sick.
But I'm still saying, what if you sick?
Uh-huh.
And a lot of times you get sick, you don't always go to a doctor.
You better go if you want them good jobs.
Okay, well, hey, it
You're
is
right.
what it is.
You might not go to the doctor. You might have to find you see, it's a lot of women that have lost good jobs because they thought they could treat them like a regular old job, like working at Popeyes or something. Or you know what I'm saying, or just thinking you can just hey, what's her name did it last week. I'm sorry. A lot of these jobs, if you don't show a level of dedication and stuff like that, they'll let you go without the drop of the hat. They'll let you go. There is not tripping on what you saying. You know what I'm saying?
I got
Yeah. So I think sometimes we don't understand that though. Yep, yep, yep. Let me see.
still got you concerned, huh?
No, I'm just looking at some stuff. You know how it is. You know how it is. You get to looking at stuff. No, I just you know how sometimes you just get you don't be like, hey, how this happen? Okay, yeah. But let's go to the next one down here. Come on with it.
Over time, some people interest and values change.
Yeah. I would agree over time. some people interests and values do change, and that what makes people go separate ways. I didn't seen death change people. Like people die and they be like, you know what? Um, the only person that really loved me gone, and now, you know, they kind of like, I don't give a damn about the like it's people right now that's really anti-social, that you know they'll have 4,000 friends and delete that whole page and start them another page because they feel like they just want a fresh start, want new people in their life. You know, they might just their intermittent kin that they kind of like a whole bunch of lot. But other than that, some people want to do their own thing. They got it, you know. And sometimes I look at that and say sometimes people are trying to hide a certain part of them too from the world, because the more you put yourself out on social media, the more it can come back and bite you on your booty.
Yeah,
So,
easy.
so I think sometimes people think, oh, I got all these friends, you know, Joker starting to inbox me, old Joker starting. A lot of people that likes a secretive type life don't like a lot of people in their business. And when you get social media, it kind of like everybody in your business, because you know people can comment on somebody's page, and then next thing you know, somebody can get an inbox. What the move for coming on your page for? You know what I'm saying? Like it can be just that simple. If you don't, if you let social media control how you feel and think about life, it'll drive you crazy.
Pretty much.
Because I done seen too many people that thought about social media and they were so into social media that they kind of lost themselves.
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on with that next.
Majority leads to say, this the thing, baby's friend. Destiny. Destiny. Yep, that's it. I'm trying to get it out. Destiny. Yep. Can you say it? Say destiny.
Distance.
Destiny. Your
No,
distance.
distance. Uh, distance. Distance. Disting.
Destiny.
Nah, you just made that word up.
No, that's a word. Destiny. Your distance,
Nah,
but
probably
your destiny is the action.
not. Uh-uh.
Action.
I think it's just distance.
No. Look it
No,
up.
the action might be before that. Like
No.
majority leads to distance from.
Destiny. It's the action.
Distance is the action, I think.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying, you can't even spell the word.
Destiny. That's what it
What do
is.
destiny mean?
Is to make someone or something far off or remote in position or nature. That's what it means.
That's just distance. Putting distance, like they say.
It's
I,
distance, but I'm just
watch
saying
it.
it in the action by putting the ing on it.
And that's hold on. And that is a real word.
That's a real word.
Or you just copying and pasting and just
No,
it up.
no.
I think
Listen.
you came up with that word.
Oh my God. And that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Distancing. That's it. Distancing.
What's that
That's how it's pronounced. Distancing.
and what's the meaning?
It's an adjective word.
Oh,
It's
tell me
early.
what's
No,
that meaning of that word? You just said this thing, ding, ding. What did it say?
it's the same thing as distance.
Put see, see that
It's the
ning you put on
same
there.
distancing
It
with
ain't no
time
reason to
can
put the
be for
ning on there. If it's the same word, why you putting the ing on there?
because it's the action of making it move. Like that's what you're doing.
Okay then. I'm gonna go to the words we can come on the next one.
Listen, let me show you because you're not gonna make me try to seem like I'm kind of slow or retarded. That's not what
No,
you're
I
gonna
didn't
do
know. You
today.
said it's the same meaning of the other word.
Listen, Linda. I'm gonna present this because we need to know these type of things, okay? Let me find this window for you. I think this is it right here. Let me share this. Can you see that? Do I need to make it bigger for you?
Yeah. Hold on. Hey, I got you.
Okay. Well, don't try to make it seem like I was just making
Linda,
up.
Linda, listen, Linda.
Okay.
You still make me sick. That part, but next.
Oh, you said it, Dad. I'm just saying. Come on. We had the next one.
Moving to a new location, like state or city, like the distance.
Oh, like people saying, I'm getting the fuck out of Jackson.
Right. I'm moving. Everybody
Or
moved to at
folks
first.
getting
I
the fuck out of Memphis, getting the fuck
yep.
out of
They
New
start
Orleans,
moving
getting
Memphis
the fuck
and
out of
then to
Chicago.
Texas. Texas. That's the number one. People moving to Texas.
Well,
I'm going to Texas.
Texas got some of the best economy. I can see why.
But I'm just saying, people just move.
But
Period.
Texas is a whole Republican state. People always crying about Republicans, but everybody running for Republican states. Florida is Republican.
When you run from a Republican
Texas is
state
a
to another
Republican.
one, that's
Florida.
nothing. They're still
Okay.
part of the Bible Belt.
Who done ran from another city and ran and said, "Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm finna go to Chicago. I'm finna go to Detroit. Oh, you know where I want to move to? I want to move to Memphis. Oh, you know where I want to move to? I want to move to Jackson, Mississippi." I mean, when do you ever hear people talk like that?
Back in the early years in the 90s, moved to Jackson, Mississippi.
I'm in there now. See, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying. I just said in the
I
early
be saying
90s.
the same thing when people were saying about everybody who going crazy and doing all this old crazy stuff. It's like everybody try to go back to 2020. Now, if you got to go all the way back to one day, and these folks bombing Teslas and doing all kind of stuff every day. Every day they doing something. They killing, they assassinated the little Jew people out there. They've been doing all they done try to kill Trump twice. I mean, all this stuff going on. And people will sit up there and say, oh, and then I heard the day that they were trying to tell it, oh, the reason all this stuff and people are attacking Jews is because of Trump. I said, they just don't know when to stop blaming everything. I mean, Trump was being blamed when he wasn't the president. That you had the actual vice president and the president talking about that the reason they ain't get something passed in Congress because Donald Trump made a phone call. He wasn't the president. He made a phone call and was able to stop something when he ain't even the president. This stuff just silly. You know what I'm saying? it just don't even fathom right. And then all this, they said, oh yeah, the thing with people was getting jumping across the border, 1,500 to 1,800 a day, and now it's down to 4 a day, without no special laws, no Congress, nothing. That just the president button down the rules and all that. And you know what? Everybody butt hurt. Oh, the Mexicans in it. It's still a plenty of Mexicans that's here working. You ain't got to worry about the one that came over here that throwing up gang signs and was moving all these drugs around these streets and things. How you think fentanyl and all this prostitution, all that? You know what? Yeah, they took all the black prostitutes off the streets and all that. You know what it was? Started being little Mexican girls and all kind of Latinos and everything selling that thing. Go on the what's name and look up New York, the walking strip. They still walking the strip in the middle of the day.
In New York?
Yes, in New York. Look up New York, the strip where they sell that. Yeah, Chinatown out. They is listen. It's bad out here. It's bad out here. And then when somebody say, let's get all these people that's being trafficked and forced and sex slaves and all that, because they doing it because they have to do it because they got to get a cartel enough money to not do something to their family back in Mexico and stuff like that, because they got them over here. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff that people don't look at when they looking at all this trafficking going on, because they can't do the same thing because them folks that's trafficking them ain't American citizens. So they not putting them in jail for trafficking and all that old type of stuff like being pimps. How many Mexicans you ever heard of being put in jail for being pimps? How many times you seen a thing looking at Mexicans and look at how they pimp it? We know it's being done, but how many times they put it out here?
Mm-hmm.
You think the cartel ain't selling coochie around? It's selling everything else.
I know nothing what you're talking about.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, to the next one. Come on with it. Yeah.
So narrowing your circle, quality over quantity in friends. So you're getting quality of a friend other than the number of friends.
We at the nice side of the show. So in a minute, we're gonna get into the raw side of the show. This is the early side of the show.
Oh my goodness.
Narrowing your circle. Okay, quality over quantity. Because that one I was seeing people do that. Like when people be talking about, I don't smoke that Reggie no more. They don't fuck with folk that smoke Reggie. They be like, oh, you smoke that Reggie. I smoke that good shit. Okay, but that's like narrowing your circle too. They done hyped up, and sometimes people feel like better weed make them a better person than other people now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, I don't smoke this shit. You can take this shit on. You be like, damn, that is raw out here. People be what's the name on the kind of beer? Oh man, I'm drinking Michelob. Ain't nobody drinking no old. No, I'm just tripping. I'm for real though. Come on with it.
The more of life experiences make a person be more selective about the type of relationships they invest their time and energy in.
Ooh, well, go ahead. Explain this one, because that sounds like we can get into that one.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the more you deal with in life with people, period, you be more selective about those you choose to be a part of your life.
Right.
If this person gonna be bad for me, cut them off. If nothing plus will come from this being an associate or a friend with you, then hey, it's not somebody you want to be in your everyday circle. That's all. Just straight to the point.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. Prioritizing those that are true to you, give emotional support and companionship. So you got to know who got your back, who's out here looking out for you on the good side, not people around here smiling in your face and, as they say, the backstabbers. You don't want that in your life.
Right, right. You know, do see. Yeah. So,
You got
always.
anything else to say? Okay. So occupational and social networks cause some to have casual relationships with new people that cross their path or adulthood. So you know that social networks are the new thing. There are people that you are having as your friend that you met on social media, not even in your neighborhood, that you probably still friends with or become common denominator with. Like you get along with this person because of your platform or what you do.
Yeah.
You meet people on social media
But
and
that's the same thing, probably birds of a feather people. Yeah, you know, have some people
you have commonalities together. You
that
common with this person.
people talk a certain kind of way, and you be like, oh,
Yeah,
I kind of like how that person is.
right.
You know, yeah, I think that's a thing there.
I know it's a thing.
You know, it's a
I
thing.
know it's a thing.
um, I guess. I bet you like this too. Come on with it.
As individuals age, they may rely more on family and other trusted individual for emotional support while still maintaining a network of associates from social interaction. The same thing I just said.
Okay, you said it. All right, come on.
So, prioritizing social relationships as people age, they tend to prioritize social relationships that provides less stress. So, if these people are out here trying to stress you or put you in compromising position, you just don't deal with it. You move on.
Mm. Yeah, I can agree with that one.
Look for meaningful connections. What can this person be a part of my life? What plus can I get from them being my associate, my friend, And as you get older, you think about these things. You just don't go and say, hey, you want to come outside and play ball like you used to when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Can you come outside and play? No. People look to see what can I gain or what is a plus for this person being a part of my circle.
Mm.
So people are doing that now because it's called growth. So you make better choices on those that you connect with.
Mm. Come on with it.
Transition from having many acquaintances to a smaller, more intimate group of friends is a natural part of the aging process.
From having many acquaintances. Yeah. Yeah. But I done seen it working opposite. I done seen some people gain more friends as they get older too. And it's according on, I think it's according on what type of person you are and what type, because you got a lot of people that can be in a cocoon half of their life and then spring out, and then you know what I'm saying?
When they grow to know that they can be around people with no problem.
Right. Boom.
People ain't shit when you learn about life. Oh Lord.
Yeah, we done made it to the dangerous side of the show. Yeah, sometimes when you learn about life, you start just saying people ain't shit. They just ain't right. So sometimes that just make you, you know, you look around. I put it away. I'm gonna give a good situation. I'm gonna say the P. Diddy situation. P. Diddy 2 years ago had the key to the city. Key to New York City. The man was friend with the mayor and everybody all through there, everybody this and that. The man was throwing parties. Even the president of the United States of America was coming there. Obama, Clinton, he actually was helping Clinton when she ran against Trump the first time. To see how everybody switched up on him. I think the only person that stayed by him through all that stuff is what Stevie J. You remember Stevie J, and then I ain't heard nothing about Stevie J. Like they done knocked him off or something. But Stevie
Who is
J,
Stevie J from Love
love
and
hip hop.
okay, him. Jocelyn.
Yeah, he been knowing P. Diddy for a long time. So I think he the only person, and I think it might have been one. But to have that many friends that you thought was your friend, and none of them show up for you, that got to be a hurtful feeling to feel like you know that many people and everybody was, when you throwing your party, now everybody P. Diddy who? I don't remember going to the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to be connected to the man no more. Nobody. And either he was that bad and nobody wanted to say, or just bad people around him was just hiding because he couldn't have did all that by himself. Ain't nobody had no 1,000 bottles of baby oil to put it on 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just all the stuff coming out. You know what I'm saying? It just something. And just to see that many people turn on you, man. And what I've noticed, this social media type thing that people are turning on them, but I've seen people love John Gotti, hate John Gotti, love the baby. They turned on him at one concert. He said one thing wrong. They put him in a ditch somewhere. They turned on everybody. I done seen just about anybody that was popular that people turned on them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just by saying, having a bad day, saying something wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep. Kanye West, everybody turned on him. R. Kelly, you can just go down the list. Suge Knight, Boosie, everybody that been turned on, been thrown in and out of jail, turned on, all this old type of stuff. Think about it. BG just got out of jail. People that turned on Lil Baby, Lil Wayne. I mean, everybody. And I don't know what they supposed to get from Lil Wayne, and they were like, "Oh, Lil Wayne is like Donald Trump, so we don't like him." Uh, 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 they fail to realize that Donald Trump got Lil Wayne out of jail. And if a man got me out of jail, I ain't studying that stuff y'all talking about. Y'all, cause you know what? He ain't the one that put me in there if he the one get me out. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
the same reason a lot of people like their lawyers. Like, oh man, you got me out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
you don't even understand that type of thing on it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I think we actually have to look and learn and realize that a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, you realize around you are not around for good valid reasons. They just around sometimes.
Right.
Come on. Come on with it. Next
So when you are young, you think everyone your friend until you need them. Then, goddamn, do I even know this person? I know that you got all that stuff in there. Uh-huh.
one. But you feel me though?
Mhm.
Sometimes you be thinking you know somebody, and then later on you be like, man, did I ever know this person?
Right.
Because I just asked for $3. Joker acted like I had stabbed him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We don't realize stuff like that. When people do it like that, you be like, wow, like
This
really?
the person I knew.
Yeah, this you? Okay, okay. That's what we doing then.
Mhm.
And it's a hard thing to it's a hard thing to really grasp um watching somebody change on you. Um it's a hurt feeling. Come on with it.
So, ladies and men in your life close to you change like the weather, and you start saying, was they ever my friend? Of course.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can feel like somebody was your friend, and then I'm gonna tell you a thing about that. You can get in one. I put it away. You can get in one bad argument, one thing, or people think like friends. Like I done heard jokers say, "Oh, I keep giving them chances." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
hey, what do you think friends is? You know, that's what makes a friendship. What's the name? Like y'all both then went through some things, didn't agree with each other with a lot of stuff. But all through that, y'all can still be friends and be all right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the deeper relationship that people don't realize. Like friendship got to be where actually um you and other people can actually look at stuff and say, man, um, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always wanted friends to be there, like, like all your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be a person that gets to 60, 70, 80 and be like, oh man, I know these people for 30, 40 years. Just like the dude Joe Horn, we actually got a new mayor. What you think about that?
Unhorn.
Yes.
Unhorn.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually won. He didn't concede. He won. And we actually got a new mayor. Chuck Way moved out the way, said he don't have no bad animosity, nothing. He good. He all right. But we actually got a new mayor now. Um, so What you think about that? We actually got a new mayor, and he had a friend up speaking tonight and said,
Did you hear this?
that, no, right before we got on. But
Oh,
yeah, he said I've been friends with him since we went to. He said elementary, childhood, elementary, and to see how old he is, and to feel like he got friends that remember him from elementary up to there. That was very cool. Just to think about stuff like that. I don't think most people are keeping friends long, and I think it's because of social media. I remember friends used to be friends for a long time, but social media got too many people influencing our minds and telling us how to think and telling us what a friend should be and what I wouldn't go for and all that. And it's probably why you ain't got no friends. You know what I'm saying? Like you steady trying to make your friends be the type of friends you want them to be. And I think you got to take every friend and say, okay, I know not to let this friend borrow money. I know this friend is cool with this. I know that friend I know this friend cannot drive my car. I know this friend, like friends are just knowing people well. And it's
mhm.
not because they doing everything you want them to do. If you want friends to do everything you want you to do, you're gonna be a lonely person for the rest of your life because now you're gonna start judging them. Because the same way we want to judge friends, we wouldn't judge our kids like that. We let our kids steady do fucked up shit. We steady got them, oh Lord. And we steady got them and let them back in the house every time they come over. And hey. And a friend should be a real good friend should be the same way. It should be just like family. And y'all should be able to have y'all little squabble or whatever, and still remain friends. Y'all ain't got to be around each other every day or anything like that because growth. But I just think we doing too much sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Come on with it.
So one day you just wake up and look around and say, "Oh, my friends are gone." You say gone like where? Like deceased?
That can happen too. Okay. Because like sometimes, you know, when you get old, I remember you know, talking to somebody that had been to, in the army and things. And I remember them saying that everybody in that unit that they were friends with died. They were the only person, you know, lived. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching a story about 9/11 when the plane crashed into the Pentagon. The dude said everybody in his section of the Pentagon that he knew, all of them that was worked with him, all of them died, and he the only person that lived. He crawled up at the burnt smoke, had burnt, on him or whatever. But
Hmm.
it just sometimes um you don't realize that you might wake up one day. You got to think about it. I mean, even older people was named like you see so many close friends, dying, accident, all kind of stuff happening. And say you ain't got but 5 good friends. Once they gone, then what? It's
Right. It's over with.
recruiting friends talking about let me give me another friend. I lost one, let me get with one more. Cause that one gone, I need to put somebody in place of that. It ain't nothing that goes in our mind like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how now people are so antisocial sometimes that sometimes they won't. That when I was saying about the kids, sometimes when they want the kids to be their friends forever. Like,
Mhm.
you don't want this to go because I lost this, or
Yeah.
I lost my mom, I lost this, I lost that. Now I don't want these couple people to leave me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you, I mean, you never know what might happen,
That's true.
and that's the only bad part about it. You never know. Come on with it.
So, some of the closest people around you put you in jail, told your business to the streets. The old friends. Okay.
And that's how a lot of people, you know, realized that people was associates and they wasn't really good friends because sometimes I done seen it too many times. It's called that old saving your own ass. You know, I think through the years I be impressed that who have real friends. I remember Barry Bonds had a real friend. I remember this white dude, I don't know if he was his trainer or something like that, but they was trying to get him to testify against Barry Bonds when he
Hmm.
was through all that about the injection steroids or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And the friend was like, I'm not getting on no stand against testifying against Barry Bonds. And they kept him in jail for a whole year. And he stayed there a whole year
Oh, wow.
because he wouldn't testify. And then I feel like that's a real, that's a true friend that will step outside their comfort zone and say, no, I'm not going to cross this line.
Hmm.
And only thing that let me down sometimes when people come and they say, you know, they my friend or they this or that, and then you think about how some people are sacrificed, for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not many people that'll go to jail 10 days for somebody.
Yeah.
And for somebody to go to jail and then they tried like all that year, like every 2-3 months, they were like, are you gonna testify? I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And they eventually let them, they didn't have no, you cannot lock a man up for just saying that I'm not testifying. We
Right.
have a right to what you call it? Plead the fifth. To say nothing. You
Yeah.
have the right. That the court, the courts have an obligation to bring their stuff against you and charge you. It's not like you have to have your friends around you and all that. When people around you and to get them out of a little trouble, some stuff that they that probably did, or they ready to tell on you behind some stuff that if they
Yeah.
just kept their mouth closed,
Hmm.
you won't be doing 20, 30 years. That's how I look at that old Diddy trial and all that. Like everybody, he had a girlfriend that he was with 10 years. And now her ass on the stand testifying against him, saying, oh, he did this to me, he did that to me, he did this to me. And she could have just said, well, it's like, because if she didn't testify against him, seeing she had just got 20, I think they said, what that, 20 million from him. You would think she would probably say, just a billionaire. If I don't testify, if I what's my hey, he might throw me 30 more million.
Hmm.
Hell, his bond was 50. You know what I'm saying? Like he might have blessed me for the rest of my life. And then they probably just told me, we're gonna put you in jail for a year or whatever. But it's like not likely they would have put a woman in jail that could have just said, I don't want to be in this. I settle my stuff. I don't want to be in none of this stuff. I don't want, because they saying you got to testify. Because she could go and say, hey, I plead the fifth.
Easily.
She could go on there, just like what's the little dude name that was testifying against Young Thug?
Oh yeah, I don't know his name, but he was like, huh?
Huh? What?
Say
Huh? Man, I tell you, whatever you want to hear. What you want to hear?
that.
See, if you play crazy like that, and what's name, even if
They'll leave you alone.
okay, but guess what? They are not finna put an innocent woman that been through stuff like that in jail because she wouldn't testify against P. Diddy. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is deeper than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't like she gonna get more money and nothing. But I bet you, if she didn't testify and all that, I bet you P. Diddy would have broke his neck to drop her 20, 30 more million. Because all that money he fighting in a lawsuit in the case of the law right now. And now you got people and coming out there and being against him. And you know that just ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know how that is. So yep, and people tell a lot of your business in the streets.
Some of your friends, well, old friends, are dating your exes.
Yeah, it's a lot of people out here. I done heard it like, man, you know what be making my mind messed up too? I be watching too much Tubi lately. I don't have time to watch real movies. Tubi movies be kind of short, and, you know, series and stuff. And boy, a dude got out of jail the other day on Tubi, and he found out that his dude was they was in the game together. All of a sudden, he said, "Man, you took my life. You started dating the woman I was in love with, had a child with her. He been in jail 13 years. The people need to check it out. It's a movie with Young Jock in it. So just look up a movie with Young Jock in it. But his partner got 13 years. While he was in jail, he started dating his ex, had a child 12 years old. The man get out. First thing he do, still kidnap the child, demand money from or whatever. And young Jock was like, I ain't got money like that. And he had to go and started robbing people and, you know, some stuff. But it was just, I was looking up there, and that might be how my mind be feeling like I'm messed up because I'm watching Tubi. But then when I watch Tubi, then I go to grocery store, and when I go around the town and I see people acting just like Tubi, and I be like, damn, is we fucked up like Tubi say we fucked up? Sometimes you watch Tubi and you be like, these dudes they be trying the same thing they see on Tubi. They be trying to rob people, kill people, and thinking in the world with all these cameras, you ain't getting caught. You look at Tubi and they done killed 8 people and still running around here. And they just chilling, and you just think you gonna live that same life. No, fella, y'all are slow, and what's that? Y'all gonna get caught and gonna get put under jail, and I done been through it 4, 5, I say 3 good generations of watching grown men go down for bad choices and going out here trying to be mad, kill people over girls, kill women, all this old type of stuff. And they don't understand that they going to jail forever. They going to get 18, 20 years and all this stuff. And they ain't going to get out till they get old.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to, tell people whatever you thinking, out here, you just got to reevaluate yourself out here because it ain't it's not it's life be lifing, but sometimes we put ourselves in situations, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Saying the other day, I was thinking the other day, like people was like, oh yeah, oh Trump and this and that, and all these people taking the money, this and that. And I be saying the average black man right now and black woman sometimes is spending more money on your habits than your rent. It's a lot of people that can smoke a blunt to every day, can smoke $40, $50 worth of weed every goddamn day. And then when rent come around, be talking about, I don't know where my money went to, man. I barely got enough to, this nigga want all my money. Nah, you made a lot of money. You just spent it on what you want to spend it on, your pills, your what's not, everything you want to spend it on, you spend on. What we got to do is we got to realize that all them side hustles, all them little hustles that you done had, making that money, it ain't gonna go. You can't give it all to the dope man no more. You got to start growing up, making a living, and putting money up for the next generation. We don't want to save money. We don't want to do nothing. We scared we're gonna die, and somebody gonna get our money, and we're gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? Be looking down, man. Look at this shit here. Okay, but I mean, I remember dudes used to say this saying all the time back in the day. Money ain't nothing but paper and paint. Some people got it and some people ain't.
Yeah.
And what we got to realize is we got to stop letting money run us. And we need to start running money. We need to start investing and looking in stuff and doing a lot of stuff different. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think we're doing anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah. Come on with it.
So friends ain't what they used to be.
Yeah, I was thinking of a song when I was writing it down. Like, friends ain't what they used to be. I mean, friends you smile. You know, you got some friends that's friends that all they do is seem like they argue, but they love arguing. So they love doing this battle, this chess game, back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And we got to realize that your idea of friendship ain't always the next person's ideal of friendship, and so on and so on. It's the same thing that go on with relationship. Some people got it in their head. This is how I want a relationship to run, and if it ain't running like this, I don't want it. And that's why a lot of people ain't in relationships because everybody want to dictate how they want to move in certain situations, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just not a good place to be. It's not a good place to think that you can move like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are moving in certain things that they can't.
Yep.
Oh, hmm. Okay. Bam. Come on with it.
Well, you realize they was around for a different reason. When the money stopped, you stop sponsoring the parties. It's over with. You stop letting them have gas money. It's over with. Yeah, I
Stop
know.
buying cigarettes. Stop buying them
It's
beer.
over with.
Um, I realized that a long time ago, and I am grateful for the friends I have now because I realized at one that I realize a whole lot of stuff. I'm always doing something.
Let's see.
Crazy. Yeah, but you said he tried. He tried. I'm gonna figure it out one day.
I already know.
It's probably gonna be tonight after we get out the show, but hey, it is what it is. I don't feel
Not happen.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay. I think I'm going on. But yeah, I think a lot of people around for the wrong reasons, and we don't realize it till a little later. Sometimes we feel like I don't know. A lot of people let us down over the years,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like once people get people that's really down with them, I think we feel like we can do better sometimes. But I feel like loyalty trumps everything.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, if they realize that, a lot of people wouldn't just jump back and forth out of certain kind of relationships because they feel like it didn't go exactly how they wanted it to. And I think that happens more than we think.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm so sorry that then couldn't get the comments on here and all kind of stuff. This is crazy. But we're gonna make it. We're gonna do something. Um, but how they say I might be blocked on Facebook or something.
It's
Oh,
something.
no, I ain't blocked on Facebook. It's something crazy. Some
It's probably something you didn't do within your thing.
it probably something like an update. I mean,
Yeah, that you just skipped over and didn't read nothing.
I think it said something about updating something like FaceTime or something. I probably did something on this damn computer and it probably just threw everything away, but it is what it is. Um, Everybody have technical difficulties and stuff like that. I
Hmm.
how to say it'll get better, it'll get greater later.
That part.
Yeah, it is what it is. Let me see. Let me see.
Before we go any further, let's just be friends.
Right. That's just crazy. I'm just doing something.
I think you better let it go. We got another case of TKO. He's still searching.
You know I am.
I don't know what could have taken place.
Facebook profile post. Let's see the info. Public. Yeah. Let me tell you, man, there's something about this thing.
I mean, like on this day, you know why?
You said what?
On this day, on a Tuesday, you have those issues. So I don't understand it.
Yeah, something.
Child, things are gonna get easier. Things are gonna get brighter someday.
There's something going on. I said it is what it is.
That part, be here for it though.
Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. I don't know what to say though. It is what it is. All right, last one. What to say before we go any farther?
Let's be friends. Is that the newest line from a man? What do you think?
Friends. How many of us have them friends? Before we go any further, let's
Oh
be
my goodness. Okay.
about every day. So I just wanted to end it on that note because I know this thing called friends is different sometimes.
Years.
So hopefully we'll get this thing together. But how they say, we ain't got to go home. Oh, you got anything else you want to say?
No, sir. I'm good. Thank you.
No. And don't forget, I'll see y'all next Tuesday. I know that nobody get to comment how they wanted to comment and all that. I take this L. I need to stop playing with thing right before I come on.
Hello.
Fuck something up. So it is what it is. I'll make a better one next week. And I'm gonna get some fire. Because I know somebody wanted to say something.
I know, right?
Well, we out of here.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Trip all big splash, baby, you can see.
Okay. You all right?
Yeah.
Get up out of here.
Ain't worried, they ain't noticed me. Gotta get paid.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? Linda, listen. Okay, what? Linda. Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Got him! Got him!
We up out of here like shit. We'll see y'all back next Tuesday with another fire show. My bad with the comments and all this all type of stuff. I straighten out Facebook and all that good stuff by next week. So it is what it is. All right. See y'all later. Peace.
Right.